I know there's all sorts of discussion about the chaos within the Conservative Party and a 1922 committee that's just finished in, well, let's say less than total unity. Debates, of course, about the economy and the behaviour of the Governor of the Bank of England. God knows why he was ever appointed in the first place. But tonight, I want to talk about something that is getting almost no news coverage at all. And it's this. Liz Truss went off happily to Monsieur Macron's new creation, the European political community. Well, what on earth could be wrong with that? It sounds a bit like the EEC, doesn't it, all those years ago? Don't worry your poor little heads, it'll just be about trade. So I watched Truss going off there and thought, I wonder what's going on here. Then we discover she signed us up. Yes, we are going to be part of an EU-inspired military arrangement. We also discover that when it comes to Northern Ireland, it's the intention of the Prime Minister that the European Court of Justice should continue to have a say. I'm getting worried about this direction of travel. I'm asking you tonight to tell me what you think. Has Truss gone soft on Europe? Let me know your thoughts. Farage at gbnews.uk. Now, back in 2014, Nick Clegg was Deputy Prime Minister and challenged me to a series of head-to-head public debates. And this is what happened in one of those debates when I raised the subject of a European army. Listen in.
The whole point of this debate is 40 years on. 40 years ago, it was a common market. Now it's a European Union that wants an air force, an army, a navy, and wants to militarily intervene.
This is a dangerous fantasy. The idea that there's going to be a European Air Force, a European army, it is simply not true. The problem with people like Nigel Farage is they swing at windmills. They see conspiracies everywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if Nigel Farage soon tells us that the moon landing was a fake, that Barack Obama isn't American, that Elvis isn't dead.
So there we are. I was as likely to be right as to deny the fact the moon landings had happened. I was a dangerous conspiracy theorist, according to our then Deputy Prime Minister, who, of course, saw the demise of his own party shortly afterwards. And in my view, folks, don't belong to Facebook shares, because that's where he is now. But we did sign up, and this is regrettable, in my opinion, or concerning at least. Liz Truss, at this European political community, did sign us up to a military deal on something that is called PESCO. I know you've never, ever heard of it, but it might just really matter. Yes, it's permanent, structured cooperation. And what is PESCO? Well, let me quote Joseph Borrell, who is the High Representative for the European Union on Foreign Affairs. This is what it actually is. PESCO is a decisive contribution for the development of Europe's capacity to act autonomously. It is key for the development of strong and integrated defence capabilities available to the European Union, which will allow us to react effectively to the most demanding circumstances. Now, they don't call it a European army, but if you think about the statement I've just read out to you, frankly, what's the difference? And given that NATO is based in Brussels and that NATO has existed for over 70 years, isn't it rather worrying that a parallel military structure is being created? Well,